want to do the introduction?
No, you can do the introduction.
It's Alzheimer's, What They Forget to Tell You, episode 52. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Show them your arms.
No,
Show them your extra arms.
it's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous.
Sorry. Okay. So, hello.
Hi, Stephen.
What do you want to start with today?
Oh,
I have my beanie. My nice pretty beanie.
no, that was a good one. That's a good one.
It totally goes with my scarf, kind of, but it's a different shape.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time because we have a really bad snowstorm. And apparently the roads are really nice.
Oh, that was for me. Hi, Bill. Okay,
The roads are fine.
so this week Catherine was supposed to come on, but she sends her regrets because she's planning for the memory ball
Okay. When is that?
this Saturday.
Okay.
So she has like a lot of things to do, so she couldn't make it. And so we're going to continue where we left off last time, where we were talking about the power of attorneys and office of the public guardianship.
Yeah.
Right.
Really just to kind of clarify one question that came up last week, which was what is the difference, which at that time I had no idea.
I found out the difference.
So did I. So we're trying to figure out if we have the same answer or not. But apparently if we have different answers, hers is the right one. And mine is the wrong one. Because everything's a competition.
And I will win. Okay, so basically what I found out is a power of attorney. A power of attorney you put into place with a lawyer. You don't need a lawyer, though. I found that out. You do not need to have a lawyer. However, if you don't have a lawyer, it could be disputed. Like a lot of banks might not accept it.
Okay.
Because they're very particular about fraud. So, and the office of the public guardianship is if a person becomes mentally incompetent.
Yes.
And there's no relatives or next of kin that can take care of this person, the office of the public guardianship takes over and they look after all their financial affairs, including personal care. Like they'll pay your bills, like they'll become...
Which is what happened to me.
Right.
Right?
Right. And then if you do want to become a guardian over your parent or loved one, you have to apply and you go through this process, which you went through.
Yes.
And took that long.
Yes. And that much money.
Right. It was $700 for her
for the assessment
for her dad. So you want to avoid all of that by perhaps not having it to go that far.
No.
And I went a step further because I wanted to know. I'm like, okay, remember the question on the table that Marina asked was, what if you had assets?
Right. I didn't get that answer.
Right, and the office of the public guardianship. Anyways, I wrote this blog today, and it talks about that, of if you die intestate, which is without a will. So that would be, I guess, the situation. Because the power of attorney also ends when you die. And then the will takes over. So it doesn't, it's a continuing power of attorney while you're alive, right? So you don't get to make those decisions even if you were put in place. A will supersede that after you pass. And a will, if you don't have one, so intestate is without a will, then there's a whole regulation around how your assets are dispensed. Yeah. And it's, your spouse, I think, gets $200,000, and then it was children are called
confused.
Residue.
So my gosh, I'm going to use that right now.
I put rude in brackets when I wrote my blog because I don't like to be known as
Are you kidding me? I'm going home today and I'm going to use that.
Like your residue.
You You guys are just residue out of my face. And it's a legal term.
It's a legal term.
They can dispute it.
Dispense like residue.
Oh my
and then
gosh,
there's a whole chart
residue.
of if you don't have kids, if you don't have a spouse, if you have common laws. Like there's a whole,
Mm-hmm.
and then technically, so scrolling all the way down, if you don't have any of that,
Mm-hmm.
the government keeps your money.
That's sweet. And where can we find your blog? Say it out loud.
It's KarenLeeBlog.com, I believe.
Are you sure? Or is it KarenLee.com /blog?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if it's KarenLeeBlog.com, it means you have a separate website.
I probably do.
Okay.
Who knows?
For more information,
I'll post it on my wall.
please refer to KarenLee.com.
Hi, Debbie. Yeah. I'll post it.
Okay. See, I did not find it. Like, I just went for the bare basics.
See, that's because you don't need to dig. I need to
No,
know.
see, because once I found out what I needed to know, then I was done. So all I really kind of differentiated between power of attorney and legal guardian was who appoints who. So with power of attorney, the person appoints their power of attorney. Whereas with legal guardian, the person who is unable to appoint their legal guardian, it becomes appointed by somebody else. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Simple.
Simple?
Simple. Except for the whole residue thing and the will. And
You
the
don't
estate.
want to get to that point.
No, I'm just saying. But it was a really good question from last week.
Yeah.
So, and it made us both do research, which I think is, well, you're more research than mine.
Yeah, because I need to know. I
totally Googled it.
Technically, what I found out is you should, first of all, have a power of attorney,
Mhm.
no matter if you're sick or not,
Mhm.
because you can put restrictions on it. And I it's the same thing. Now I found there's 3 types. There's one for personal care, one for continuing power of attorney, which is financial,
Mm-hmm.
and there's another one, and I can't remember what it is.
The
I can't
research
remember.
was not complete.
I can't remember. The research is complete.
Incomplete.
It's written down. I just can't remember. There's a lot of information.
See, that's why I go bare minimum.
Bullet.
Who appoints who?
Just like bullet points.
That's right.
Well, people need to know. You can't just be bullet pointing.
Sure, I can. I just anyways. So that was a really good question, which we kind of clarified.
And you should get a will in place immediately, if not sooner.
Right. Okay. So that's done.
That's
and
done.
clarified.
That's clarified.
Okay. So I'm going back to the beanie because I just keep looking at it.
Okay, yes, let's talk about this foundation.
Let's talk about the foundation. Where do you want to start?
I just want, it's getting on, I don't want to say, but it's a slow start with people donating. And I don't know if it's maybe perhaps, we were just speaking earlier, maybe we'll do a Facebook fundraiser because that seems to attract more people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've sold I've sold a few beanies this week.
Oh, and there's different colors. Can I show you the colors?
Yeah.
Okay.
But these are just, you can get any color and you can customize it yourself.
So, gray and blue. That one's nice.
Yeah. I would do it, but my hair is staticky. It just
Do it again.
No,
do the
I
poke.
can't.
Do the poke.
I was
Do the poke.
no, because it was sticking up like the science center.
I had a solution, but she thought it was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, she wanted me to rub bounce sheets on my head.
It's supposed to work for clothes.
For clothes.
Black and green. Okay, so we've got black and green. These are just examples, but like Karen said, you can get different colors. Okay, that didn't look really nice. That's a different type of podcast. Okay, so then we have. Oh, this one's inside. No, gray on gray.
That's mine. I like gray on gray.
Let me see. Gray on gray.
I like that one.
And then we have green, gray
Purple.
on. Is that purple?
Yeah.
Right. And oh my gosh, there's so many in here. Gray on. Oh, I should have got that one.
Too late.
Okay. Green, pink. That one's cute. This is not a beanie. obviously, but see, look how good that. Anyway, gray on gray. And oh my goodness, hold on to these. There's
Okay.
more. There's more. That one's cute. Gray on blue. Purple. That's cute. I like that one. Purple on green. And this is a gray on gray again.
Yeah, but this one is mine because it has the.
No, that one.
No.
this.
This one has the
I like that. Show that one. That one's
The-
nice.
WTF TTY, which is what they forget to tell you.
These are awesome. And they're nice and warm. My head's nice and cozy. Just saying. Ta-da. Look, Vanna.
And they're $20.
And proceeds go to the foundation, which has recently been launched. So hopefully, if anybody is interested on...
They're good for gifts too, because it's for
Yeah.
a cause. So,
Christmas is coming. So, Christmas is coming.
and you have once you get the beanie, you have to send us a picture.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to post it?
Absolutely.
Okay. I totally just posted mine.
Or you can do a video and tell us why you felt it was, why you wanted to support the campaign. That'd be cool too.
Mm-hmm. So these are really nice and warm and functional. So if you haven't yet, buy a beanie or tell other people to buy beanies.
Or I don't
share
know. I just think
everything.
maybe perhaps.
What was with the face?
What did I do? A
Yeah.
face?
Totally did a face. She was like, "You did this."
Oh, see, I don't have control sometimes of my facial expressions. It's whatever I'm
camera.
thinking. Yeah.
Totally
Okay.
can tell.
All right. So we're get back to the Facebook funding page. Maybe
Mhm.
that's better.
Maybe. I feel like I should display them.
So what else?
What else is going on? How's Mom?
She's hanging in there. She had another seizure last Friday, the Friday that passed. Yeah. So now we're just monitoring that. She's just getting. She's tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long battle.
Mm-hmm. I do believe, though, especially like with what happened to my dad, like I think that maybe I don't think she's ready. I don't think so.
Clearly not.
No.
But yeah.
But okay, she's doing better though this week.
Yeah,
So
better
far?
this week. She's doing better. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I can't think of anything else that's been happening.
No.
No, other than no. That's it.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be a short one because
Apparently, I gotta drive back with clean roads. No, but anyways,
you know where do you live? Where do you reside? No, I'll even go further. Where were you born?
I don't understand how this has anything to
No,
do
because
with
I want to know. This is on a complete different topic.
Mhm.
Why are people so shocked at
I
precipitation?
am not shocked. What I'm shocked at is when I ask somebody, how are the roads so I can drive to said place, and I'm told they're fine, and then continue to drive on an ice rink.
I'm like, they're good. They're great.
I should have had a sleigh. That is what the problem is. I'm not shocked at the snow. I know snow's coming. That's
My bad.
that is where I'm shocked. That's all.
Well, that was just my perspective, my opinion. Opinions they're not based on fact.
No, they're not. They're not. You know what I will do next time if we have an opportunity, I wanted to talk I want to talk more about the book I was reading about the orphan adult.
No, well,
That
we
one
have
was
time.
a good book. So I'm still reading it though. So I want to be able. So I'm after my dad passed away, I started reading this book, which I do recommend to anybody who has lost both parents, called The Orphaned Adult, because I think it does talk about how the grieving process is somewhat different when it's the last parent that passes away, or that who is lost, because it doesn't necessarily have to mean, through death, right? But one of the things that was really interesting in it is that there's almost like this loss of feeling like somebody's child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that part is where like the difficulty kind of lies, right? Because I mean, when you lose one parent, you kind of still have the second one there.
I don't know. Like, I think
don't know.
I felt.
What do you think?
Well, I understand exactly the concept of it, but when, I don't know, for me personally, and when my dad passed, my mom was already diagnosed.
Same thing with mom, yeah.
So I immediately felt like an orphan when my dad passed. I described it as that because like my mom wasn't in that mother role. Like,
right.
I couldn't. It wasn't like I had one parent that I could still go to and get advice from, and it was just I felt orphaned.
And I feel
it right now.
Right, and I think that one of the important pieces is like, it sounds really horrible, like how I'm saying it, but the order in which they passed, because our parents passed, like it was the same. It was my mom was the one that was cognizant. She was, alert, and and so she passed away, and then, leaving my dad, who
same
was so it was the same.
Just in reverse.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll be honest. Like, as much as I felt orphaned then, he was still physically, like, there's still that physical being, and I think that's what was like. Now it's just.
And I think where I felt completely orphaned is because my mom's speech was the first to go.
Mm-hmm.
So even I couldn't have even a silly conversation with her.
Right.
Or like at least even your dad was talking. Was he? Well, his mother tongue.
When my mom passed away, he spoke for a little bit. But remember, we had that issue too, because with the confusion, I had to limit the ways that I could communicate with him, because I couldn't call him. Because when I called him the first time, he flipped right out, and because I think he thought I was my mom, who he knew had passed. So I remember calling him on the phone, and he just kept yelling, "You're gone. You're no more. You're no more." And he was like yelling at me, and then he hung up the phone, and that was the last time I ever spoke to him on the phone.
But then when you spoke to him face to face,
when I spoke to him face to face, I mean, yeah, it lasted for about maybe a couple years, and then it was his mother tongue, which then it was like.
I don't know how to explain it without being morose, but it's like when I spend time with my mom, it's like, I don't want to say it, but it's like seeing her in a casket, because she's just lying there. She can't even look at you. There's no communication.
Right.
And so it's just every day it's the same thing. Like it's not, I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, I think that it is definitely.
There's nothing wrong with her.
It's okay. But the book that I'm referring to.
Negative reinforcement.
I'm sorry.
Negative reinforcement. If I get up right now, she's going to constantly do that. That's why she does it.
Okay.
It's like a baby crying.
I can ignore baby crying.
Oh, but you can't ignore that.
No. It's okay. I'll learn to ignore her. Although I feel cruel doing so. Anyways, but the book is called The Orphaned Adult. It's written by a psychologist who went through the loss of both parents. And his work with, this is really ridiculous, and his work with other with other people who have lost both their parents. So, if you have a chance.
Oh right. She doesn't even want to go out.
Because it's cold.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to go out and you're going to like it. Oh, I forgot we're live. Oopsies. probably forced herself to go to the washroom. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be back. I have to get a treat now.
The treat-
See?
the
It's
treat's
all negative
coming.
reinforcement.
Yes. So, anyways, I'm not done reading the book. Karen, I'm not done reading the book, but if you want it after I'm done, it's just a different perspective, which I thought was really interesting.
Is it helping you though?
It's helping me, but it's also making me upset at the same time. Because it validates me, right? Like, it validates a lot of the feelings that I'm going through. But yeah. So, and then it talks about the loss of identity, right? Because part of our identity is, you know, I am, like in my case, I'm Regino and Conchita's daughter. And now that's not there as much. I mean, obviously I'm still going to be their daughter, but there's not necessarily that connection anymore. So we kind of lose a part of ourselves in that sense. But yeah, so when I get to like the helpful part of the book, I will share more.
I think it's hard to lose any parent regardless, right?
Yeah.
It's, you know, but yeah, in this circumstance it's really, really hard. When the last one standing is non-communicative and cannot help you, like they're not that parental role.
Right. It's again the idea of the caregiver, right? The caregiver role becomes bigger, obviously. She's okay. The caregiver role then becomes even bigger because there isn't that other parent to kind of.
It's like I have a toddler that only acts up when you're doing something, but she times it. It's like, oh, they're going live.
She totally was fine.
Yeah, am I lying? Am I lying? See, this is what bugs me. She's fine the whole time. And, oh, they're live. There's witnesses. Okay.
What would happen if the camera was off?
Nothing. She'll be fine. She'll go back to her regular scheduled program. It's only when she has to do these antics live.
Okay, first of all, they're not antics.
She's
antics. Just whining because she needs to go outside.
Yeah, sure. She didn't even want to go when I opened the door.
Because it's a blizzard outside. That's all. I'm totally on Team Dog right now.
Whatever.
Team Coco.
You just called your kids residue.
That's because that's brilliant. That's great.
So
that's gonna
rude
stick
on
with
so
me.
many levels.
Oh my gosh, it's rude but correct.
Residue.
Love it.
Shouldn't be allowed as a legal term.
I think it's
to consider
hilarious.
Children as residue. For those people who don't know what we're talking about, I did some research on wills and how your estate is distributed if you die intestate, which is without a will. And they have this long process of if you have a spouse, this children, whatever, and they called the children residue. I thought that was a bit rude.
It's
but
hilarious.
she loves it.
I think it's hilarious.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. I wish I thought of it. Anyways, we were gonna keep it short today. Yes.
Yep.
So plug the foundation. Plug the foundation.
No,
Foundation.
We need to sell these beanies because all the proceeds are going to the foundation. We're trying to get some other products, but for now, this is what we have, and it's very appropriate for this type of weather.
Mm-hmm.
I would put one on, but I have a static problem going on, and it's just going to get worse. Like, it's really bad.
I think if you put it on, it will contain it.
I'm not falling for your tricks, okay?
Do it live. Go ahead.
No, because it was bad. It was like sticking up.
Okay, first of all, it was not sticking up.
It was
like, look.
It was like, it wouldn't move.
That was it. That was all I saw. It wouldn't do that. I think if you put the beanie on, it's not going to go.
It's like this sweater, which has 2 extra arms, and I couldn't figure out. Anyways, it's a long story.
Sorry.
It doesn't make sense.
But, anyways, we are on the road to getting this. Yes. They're not called that anymore. They're called Circle K's. All the on the roads are gone.
What?
They're all gone. And it wasn't on the road. It was on the run.
On the way.
On the run. They closed all the on the runs, and now they're all called Circle K's.
No, I was talking about Wendy was like, there's this commercial with On the Road to Esso or something.
Oh, I don't know about that. I thought you were talking about the convenience store that's connected to the Essos that were called On the Run, which are no longer called On the Run.
Okay, that was very, very informative.
Sorry. But I was saying before you started doing the whole On the Road thing, because I guess I said it first, the foundation is up, it's launched, it's running. We are going to be opening up a wellness center really, really soon, let's hope.
Yeah.
Right? For all the caregivers. Give them all the support and all the help that they deserve and need.
And, you know, I can't reiterate enough that caregiving is, you know, until you go through it, and a lot of my friends, unfortunately, are now experiencing this journey and completely understand now. And, you know, we kind of don't want to wait till you have to understand the journey. We hope that you don't have to ever go through this, because it's a lot of sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We good?
We're good.
We're good. I do like this.
I would wear one. But you know what? I want to get a white one. I'm going to get a white one and...
Purple? No,
No,
bright.
that's too
bright. White and gray?
Maybe. Or gold. White and gold.
That actually would look nice.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Are you going to...
What? Am I going to what?